Hello, and welcome to today's family program. I'm Dr. Kitcher, and it's always a joy to come to you. Today is another day to really look at important things that matters to our lives, and even as we build relationships with others. As you know, last week we started talking about teamwork, which is very important for us. We have looked at what teamwork is and why we need to work in teams. Today, we will be continuing. But before we do that, I would ask you to spend the next minute, to invite a friend and also like this channel and share with other people so that they can also benefit from what we are having here. Secondly, I would also like you to be reminded that our programs are built one on the other, and therefore it is always good if you listen to the previous programs in order for you to catch up with us where we are. We may be mentioning some things in passing because we have dealt with them in detail in the past. So please make sure you connect and you check the previous programs, and I believe it will be of great help to you. So we are on the theme of teamwork, and today we are continuing. We will be looking at elements of cooperative learning. Why? Because in teams we learn. In teams, we exchange ideas. In teams, we pool our resources, talents, and gifts together in order to achieve a set goal, aim, or a vision. And that is also a process through which we learn interdependence. We learn, so many things. So we'll be looking at some of the things that we can learn as we work and function together as teams. When we are in a team, there is that spirit or positive interdependence. Positive interdependence, meaning that each person is responsible for a different learning issue. Each is responsible for sharing information and teaching each other. So I share what I know with you, you share what you know with me. We both become richer in our knowledge. And as we pool together our resources in the area of things that we have learned, we get better and we can achieve more. Interdependence means I rely on you, you rely on me. It's a mutual thing that happens in teams, and each person is responsible. So for you to be a positive team player, you must recognize your responsibility to be able to receive from others and also to give to others. Teamwork is not a one-way street where one channel is giving, the other just receives. When you receive, you work with it, you push it forward, and sometimes you need to give certain feedbacks. So it is here and it is there, or it is a cycle that is going, or it is a journey that is moving from one end to another until you get it sorted out. It is so beautiful when you understand these dynamics of how to work in team. When we are in teams also, we come together to maybe resolve issues. It gives us that opportunity to have that face-to-face interaction. When we come together to maybe do a project, so it means we are bringing certain materials together. Let's say, for instance, we want to go and have a time with children in a children's park. So we prepare games, we prepare, little prizes and stuff for them. We need to get together, put all those things together. Maybe we'll be doing some crafts, so we'll need to cut some papers ahead of time. And when we come together doing those things, we can interact and begin to even have conversations around our own children and so many things. And, people get to bond better. And that face-to-face or one-on-one interaction whilst we are doing a project together has a way of naturally building strong bonds among people. So if you ever have an opportunity to do a project with other people, remember that interdependence and the face-to-face interaction is absolutely important and a requirement for successful teamwork. You see, teamwork, like we said previously, makes the dream work. But every team player must know his or a responsibility in the area of making sure I am producing, I am productive, I am positive, I am constructive, and I am adding value to the thing. But if you are on a team and you are just at the receiving end, or you are just alone, just to be numbered among the team, then you are like a weak link in that team. Every link in the team must be as strong as the rest. And that is only when everybody is giving the maximum that they have. The team can come together from time to time, because right now we're living in a world where so many things happen online. We have dealt with this topic previously, years and years ago. And actually, upon popular request, we are bringing it back to you. But this time, we want you to know also that because of the opportunity of having interactions online, we can also develop very dynamic online programs where people may be in the confines of their homes and different locations, but yet we can feel that same one-on-one, positivity and action. Why? Because depending on how interactive we produce our online programs, we can actually achieve the same effect. And it is always advisable also, if we are in maybe different locations, but 2 or 3 people are closer to each other and they can come hang out, it's better for 3 or 2 people to be in one place, and then they form like a cluster, a little team over there, another little team there, and then 12 of us come together in maybe 3 locations or 4 locations. And it also brings that dynamic of positive output from our work. Teamwork is a must practice, and we all need to grow in that. When we work as teams, one of the things that we also gain when we are learning corporately is the whole issue of individual accountability. Each person will do his research, will do maybe some kind of write-ups, or bring a report to the group. So we are accountable to one another. You learn accountability when you are working with team. Team leader comes and asks you, have you done what, you promised you were going to do? Oh, yes, I've done it. And how did you do it? This way and that way and that way. Then they ask another person, so did you receive from him? He says, yes. And, I added A, B, and C to it. And finally, we have delivered what we want. Teamwork also helps us when we work corporately to be able to practice accountability. Accountability is one of the things that we need to always have. You see, when people see you are accountable to them, they would also be ready and willing to be accountable to you. Many people feel because I lead, because I have the vision, because I am in charge, I don't have to account to anybody. That is not a team players' mindset. Our mindset should be to periodically come together, review, and give an account of what we are doing. Teamwork also, as we work collaboratively, helps us to be able to share our talents and our skills. We review maybe reports that needs to come, and after that, we can reshape, rebudget, and have things going. So the whole issue of corporate learning and growing together and exchange of ideas and talents is very paramount when it comes to teamwork. I believe that you can be a good team player because you have talent, you have skills, and you have something you can share. The only thing left is to jump on board and begin to, identify a project or something that is on your heart, that is on the hearts of other people. And when you come together, we can do much, much more. I always, when I do like live seminars, I ask people, for instance, a table, standing there, I ask one person to pick up the table, and he can maybe pick it up, but with some kind of difficulty because the table is heavy. Then I ask 2 people to lift it up. The 2 people lift it up with lesser efforts than one person would do it. Then I asked maybe like 4 people to come and just, use their 2 fingers to lift it up, and lifting it up from 4 ends with 2 fingers, they are able to lift it up. But just try with 1 finger or 2 fingers, you alone. It's never going to happen. That table cannot be lifted up. So when we collaborate, when we bring our energies together, we will not use what the whole fist will do, but the fingers, 2 fingers, and other person's 2 fingers will be able to achieve what one hand cannot do. This is so beautiful. So learn and be open to learning. Make sure that you know that teamwork requires constant learning and upgrade. We are living, fortunately, in a world that is not standing still. Therefore, you cannot remain the way you are, because once the world is moving, if you remain the way you are going to be left behind. And the astronomical speed at which the world is progressing, you can't afford to miss out on one day's progress. If you do, you may require so much time to catch up. So let us, get ourselves ready and begin to look at how we can add value to ourselves as we work in teams. This is today's family program. We are here because of you, and our aim is to always bring you practical information that will help you build your life and relationships and make your mark in life. It is very good that you are hearing what you're hearing on teamwork. This is going to work for your family. It's going to work for your business. It's going to work for your social responsibilities and all aspects of life. So make sure you know these things, you begin to practice them, and you will see results. It is always possible for you to get the results that is required. Well, before we leave today, I have two questions for you. My first question is, are you a learner? And the second question is, are you able to impart what you learn to other people? Teamwork requires that we give and we receive. And when we give what we have, the receiver gets more to add to what she or he has. And when they also give to us, we also have the opportunity to receive more than we have. So we'll come to you again as we continue in this series. But I want to remind you that a team will make the dream work. I'm Dr. Kitcher, and this has been your favorite program, Today's Family. And until I see you again next week, be good and enjoy the best of the week. And remember, as teams, we have to develop the corporate learning experience. Bye-bye.